Hey, what's up, Boneheads? Thanks for checking out another recipe with Bonehead Waterfowl. Kind of an impromptu recipe today. We're mixing things up. Here in Nebraska, we're only a handful of days out from Christmas. It's cold here in December. We've got snow on the ground, and it's soup season, right? Like everybody's having vegetable beef and chili, chicken noodle, all your favorites. And so I thought, well, let's put our own little twist on this. Don't worry, I'm not going to throw duck into a soup. It could be delicious, but I haven't got that far yet. So I'm actually going to change it up. I had some turkey in the recipe that I smoked earlier in the year from spring turkey season. I found it in the freezer when I was kind of doing inventory this week, and I thought, you know what about some wild turkey noodle soup instead of chicken noodle soup? So it's going to be a very simple recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it tastes good. I've never tried this version, so we're just going to kind of see how this one goes. The turkey itself, so I've already smoked it. So just to kind of give you guys an idea as far as how I did that, when you butcher your turkey and you take off the two breasts, go ahead and brine those or inject those however you want. Dry them off, season them up nice, and put them on your smoker, 250, 275, and cook them until they're done. Now, being a wild bird, it's going to be a little bit drier meat than the ones that you just buy at the store. You do get a little bit of that smoke flavor in it. I will tell you, it probably doesn't matter how you cook that turkey on the smoker. I don't know if we're going to get a ton of smoke flavor in it because it's going to be in a broth with some vegetables and other seasonings, which is probably going to dilute that smoke flavoring. But go ahead, cook your turkey, and then all I did was vacuum seal it. So I've pulled this turkey out of the freezer now. I've got 2 bags here. And basically when I smoked this, I just pulled everything apart. I kind of chopped and pulled all that breast meat apart, vacuum sealed it, and it's been in the freezer. So I've got that thawed out. I'm going to take you through all the steps to make this soup, and stay tuned. We'll see how this turns out. All right, guys, so what we're going to do here is we're going to cut up our vegetables. And again, the whole name of the game today is keeping it simple. So I'm going to cut up some carrots along with some celery. Those are going to be the 2 main vegetables going in our soup. And along with our vegetables, go ahead and get a pot of water on the stove, and you can start to go ahead and warm this up. So I filled it about halfway. This is going to fill up as we get our vegetables, our beef, or not our beef, but our turkey in there. And then lastly, we're going to add those noodles. So go ahead, turn this on medium, let that start to slowly heat up, and we'll start adding to it. So let's get some veggies chopped. All right, boneheads, we got our vegetables cut. Again, we're just going with celery and carrots. Cut up pretty small there. Pot of water is warming up, so while that's getting to temperature, we're going to go ahead and take our turkey out of the bags and just kind of cut this up. We're just going to kind of chop it, get it into smaller bites for going into this soup. Once we get that done, we'll throw it in the bowl, and then we'll start bringing everything together here. All right, bonehead, so we've got our pot of water warming up pretty well here. We're going to start adding everything in. So first thing we're going to do is our vegetables. You just saw in the video cutting those up. It's just cut up carrots and celery, so we're going to get that in there. And again, doctor this up as much as you want. I don't make a lot of soup, so I'm just kind of winging it here. But if you've got other things that you like to put in there that you've had success with, go for it. The other thing I'm going to put in here, and I know this is cheating, remember this is a simple soup recipe, is just some of this chicken flavored soup base or bouillon, whatever you want to call it. This stuff works great, so don't be shy with this. A couple heaping, don't spill water everywhere like I just did. A couple heaping tablespoons of this in there. This is going to kind of give it some color as well as some good flavor. I'm going to go with 3 tablespoons to start. It seems like I never use enough of this. I'm always coming back to it. So we can get some of that in there. Go ahead and mix this. Get all of that bouillon broke up. Get those vegetables cooking. Get that water kind of up to a simmer. Let that go for a little bit. As those flavors start to set in, we're going to come back, and I've got all of our turkey that we pulled and chopped up here. We're going to get that in there next. So let this go. Again, soups are like anything, or not anything else, but soups, they get better the longer they cook. So once this is all done, I'm going to let it simmer for a few hours before I eat it. So take the time, let all these flavors start to soak in before you go to the next step. We're going to go about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to come back and get our meat in the soup. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so this stuff's been mixed up quite a bit. I did add another tablespoon, so I think we're at 3 scoops of this. Odds are we'll probably add another one, but at this point, let's go ahead and get our turkey mixed in there. So I'm using quite a bit here, but remember we've still got 2 packages of noodles that we're gonna add to this, so you wanna make sure you don't get too full. But once this turkey goes in, I'm gonna let this probably simmer for at least an hour, if not more. Really try to get some of those flavors. And then that's the point where you wanna come back, start tasting this, see if you need to add any other seasonings, any more of that soup base, if there's any other vegetables you wanna add and so forth. So it looks good, it smells good. We've got the meat in there now. Again, we're just gonna keep it hot enough to where it's got a nice low simmer. We're gonna let this go at least another hour before we check it out. So stay tuned. Look at that. I haven't even tried it out of the bowl yet, but like I said, guest taste tester. The girlfriend is making her debut, and she's gonna shoot it straight. Her parents are good cooks, so she ain't gonna BS me. She's had good food before. So first sample. Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, boneheads, there you have it. That's how we make our wild turkey noodle soup. Hope everybody has a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. If you have any input, any other ingredients we should have added, add it to the list. Comment on this, share it. We've got a whole bunch of recipes coming. We have a great little mini series that's going to roll out here towards the beginning of the year. So thanks for checking it out. We'll see you guys later.